You don't have to get your notepad out. It's not. No one's gifted.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it'd be funny to be when it went live. Where's my little sign? Where's my little symbol gone? The top says a sub number, but doesn't actually. Why is that not showing up anymore? Oh, weird. What if we change the background colour? It's just got the subs up there now. It doesn't say my little thing anymore. It's been really weird today, Luce. OBS has been really strange. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Friday evening. Why is that not doing things? What if I duplicated it? Don't worry, chat. I'm just going to fix the stream right now. Copy. Paste, duplicate. It's showing as tiny. Well, that's broken. I don't know why that's broken. Fuck it. Who cares? Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening where it's already playing silly fuckers, and I don't know why. We already had an issue with the audio. I had to restart it twice because I couldn't get... We have a backing track. You can probably hear it. It's by Vinny Camilleri. It's linked in the video description below. He gives it to us to use for free because he's a fucking legend. We play it on all of our Talking Heads content here in this studio. It's amazing. I love it. But it wasn't working. And when I say it wasn't working, what I mean is you guys can hear it, but I also play it over my computer speakers quietly. So Luce and I get the music as kind of like a backing music for us. So we don't really ever have an awkward silence because awkward silence is awkward. So we have it on all the time. And if the monitor isn't working, and when I say monitor, what I mean is not the screen, I mean as in the audio monitor. If the audio monitor isn't working, then we can't hear it, and it's just dead silence in here. It's streaming in dead silence when it's just sometimes me. It's fucking weird. So I have to have the music coming over the monitor so I can hear it. For some reason today it wasn't working when we turned the computer on, and I only turned the computer on about half an hour ago for reasons I'll explain in just a moment. But I only turned the computer on half an hour ago. So I had to frantically fix that, and I've just noticed that my little road to 40k up here, the road to 40k text has gone. I don't know why. I don't know where that's gone. So I've just got a random number in the top fucking corner now for no reason to talk. That's how many members we're expecting tonight. 32,463, no less. Thank you so much, Evan Tumanamanamanamanamanolo, for the one gifted membership. You're a hero.
Saying it right.
And don't worry, I know I've been told off for that. I'm going to keep doing it.
You're not saying it right. It's Taminello. Do-do-do-do-do.
I got told off the other day for thanking people for gifting memberships.
Yeah, I saw. Don't use your mouth.
Writing 7th ed space marine lists total fun.
Amazing. Anyway, after the week that we've had, I felt like this title was pretty prominent and poignant, actually. And I think that when you consider the Friday night streams that we have, this title is even more prominent and poignant, you know? 40k, Warhammer in general. Your hobby is supposed to be fun. Chat. That's what we're going to get at tonight. Zenak, thank you for the gifted. You're a legend. It's supposed to be fun. I don't hate tournaments, the tournament scene, or people that go to tournaments. I don't hate those people at all. But I feel like min-maxing and net listing and list building and all this kind of stuff has kind of sapped some of the fun out of what this game is supposed to be about, for me at least anyway. And actually that was kind of more case in point on Tuesday when John came and said, I don't care about the fact that my list isn't very good or doesn't really play mission. I don't care about those things. It's a cool list and I like it, and I've done some conversions. I just wanted to play all tanks. Fun, right? The game is supposed to be fun. And I think sometimes some people recently, when we look at the strength of new codexes, etc., have maybe kind of lost touch of this. So what I want you to do tonight...
Giddy up.
Thank you, Joe, for the 10. You're a legend. What I want to do tonight, because if you know the channel, if you've been here before, which I'm sure most of you have been, Friday nights we don't typically talk a lot about 40k, right? We talk about the hobby a bit. It's the reason why we're all together, but we're going to talk about all kinds of nonsense and shit, right? We are, in general. So basically, well, I start with a kind of brief topic, but really it's just a title for the stream because I have to have a title for the stream. And so there's a couple of things we can talk about. We can talk about a number of other things that are supposed to be fun but aren't fun, you know, without using the profoundly life. Life's supposed to be fun. We can talk about those sorts of things. You can tell me about the most fun thing you've ever done in Warhammer or your hobby. And it could be the most fun thing you've done in any hobby, actually. It doesn't necessarily have to just be in Warhammer. What's the most fun thing you've done? What's the most fun thing you've done? What's something that's supposed to be fun but often is ruined by people that take it perhaps too seriously? Those sorts of things. They're the topics to talk about tonight, right? That's what we're going to do. Joe, thank you for the 10-year legend. Evan Taminello.
No, you're not saying it right.
Evan Taminello.
Taminello. Do. Taminello. Do.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. David, thank you so much for 5 more gifted. 12 off the bat already. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I love playing Firstborn Blood Angels lists. I miss out on much of the meta takes, but I much prefer automatic lists. Sounds cool. The fact that tournament scene is now becoming the whole scene is the issue. I don't disagree, Garcia, actually. Tell has kindly shared. I'm constipated, so no shits today. To play the 7,000 point each game of 40k took 12 hours. Brom's turn 1. He did 4 turns. Brom's turn 1. I'm enjoying a nice taco and burrito from a local shop for lunch on my break now. Yummy, sounds amazing. On Wednesday night, I rage quit my first game because my opponent was just mortal wound spamming and dev wound spamming. It's not fun though, Josh, is it? It's just dull. It's like having an opponent just goes 1 CP grenade all the time. I opened another bottle and topped it up and I forgot I'd already put some in there.
Ooh.
Have you got something that's supposed to be fun that isn't fun? Or what's the most fun thing you've ever done in any hobby?
I'm really quite boring. So I don't really... The things I find fun are monumentally boring. I think that's why it's so fun. No surprises means no drama. And I just get left the fuck alone in my quiet corner in Hampshire. That's the best fun you can have.
The most fun thing I've done in 40k is charging my opponent's home objective with anger on turn 1. Amazing. The gym is fun, but ruined by people who insist on using those fucking tripods to record their 3 sets in a 2-hour workout. Don't, Sam. I've not actually seen the tripod wielding lunatics yet. So far. Touch wood. Yet. I'm sure there's time. I'm absolutely sure there's time. I ambushed a squad of flayed ones with Zorgrids and some super rots and killed them in a turn. I love the fact that your fun things are just things that happen in game chat as well. I'm a fan of that. Oh no, it's not for me. I need to take my watch off. I always forget to take my watch off, and if I don't take my watch off and mute it before a stream, it just keep... How do I get to... Yes, that's the one. And then we go... That one. Let's just stop making noises now. Hey, Mr. Waller, how are you doing? Have you come to gloat? You're a week late, but have you come to gloat?
I'm trying to think of something that's supposed to be fun that's not fun. I'm sure there are those things. But then, why would it still be known as something that's fun if everyone knows it's not fun?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's not supposed to be fun.
And maybe that's why I can't think of one, because they're all not fun, and we all know they're not fun, so why would we think they're fun because we know they're not fun?
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're not supposed to be fun.
But everybody who thought they were fun has done it and told everyone else it's not fun, so don't do it. So now the reassociation, that's not fun, don't do that.
It's fucking conversation, chat. That's one of them.
Maybe that's why I can't think of any. I like being this boring. I think I level out your riskiness. I'm so risk averse that I level you out.
Shopping's supposed to be fun, isn't it, Deuce?
Shopping is fun.
Is it? Is it?
Yes.
Should we go and ask the 2 children upstairs if shopping is fun, if they'd like to do it again tomorrow?
No, they've asked to sit in a dark, quiet room separated from the rest of the family, so...
Should we ask that?
No.
Today, chat, we took the kids to crazy golf. Golf, it is a little bit crazy. And that's because yesterday was the start of the US Open.
Yeah.
Was it open yesterday? And so we like to teach them about sports and stuff as part of the home ed, right? So we took them to Crazy Golf. And then Luce said, quote, "Can we just pop into town? Pop. Pop. Now, if someone said to you, can we pop into town? Can we just pop into the shop? What length of time would you equate that to?"
Rich's name is fun.
Rich 25034328.
Is that an army number?
It's long enough to be a regimental number. And it's a slightly earlier regimental number than my regimental number.
What's your one?
25207038.
I saw the 25 and I thought that reminds me of yours.
Pop, 20 minutes. Okay, good. So we've got any fucking advance chat on 20 minutes. Carla Podges says sex is supposed to be fun, but I find it's lots of crying and regret. Rich, anyway, thank you for becoming a Hosea tier member all by yourself. Mordy Hammer, thank you for 5 gifted, 20 minutes. Less than 12 minutes. Okay.
Less than 12 minutes?
Thank you so much, you people, for your beautiful gifts. Showering me with your gifts. Shower.
You can't even decide on what multi-pack of crisps you want in 12 minutes or under.
A pop into town for a woman is a Brom turn. Shut up, Dave. We're not applying logic here. We're just saying what would we expect it to be.
Dave speaks the logic.
Brian, married 17 years. Popping is 3 hours minimum. Well, I'm glad you said that, Brian. I'm glad you said that, Brian.
It's just
We got into town shortly before 2 p.m. We sat down to eat dinner in town at 5:30. That's 3 hours and 40 minutes, chat, if you weren't able to work that one out. 3 hours and 40 to 3 hours and 50 minutes in town. That's not a pop. That's not a pop.
Mid-tier said popping in is less than 12. Dropping in is 42. There's some very
quite specific,
precise,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So when we're talking nearly 4 hours, nearly 4 fucking hours before we sat down to dinner, what we had done at that point was trudging around multiple shops, looking. We have a wedding at the end of the month to go to. Luce and I have a wedding to go to. It's a good friend of mine who I actually haven't seen for a couple of years, and I was quite surprised to get the invite because I haven't seen him for a couple of years since he moved back up to North. Anyway, I found out he got himself a sugar mummy, so he can invite as many as he wants because he's not paying for it. And so we got invited to the wedding, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a guy I was in the army with, and I did my upgraders training with, and I'm very much looking forward to going and seeing him and watching him get married. And we're going away for a weekend, and the kids are going to my parents, and I've booked a fancy hotel room because Luce and I basically just don't get the chance to have fancy hotel rooms ever. So I've booked a fancy hotel room. So I obviously have a lovely 3-piece suit. In fact, I have 2 3-piece suits in the wardrobe that still fit me. Thankfully, I have 2 3-piece suits in the wardrobe, and as any man knows, you have 2 3-piece suits. That's what you need for the rest of your life. You don't need any more suits. That's all you need. 2 suits. Job's a good one. So one of them went in to get dry cleaned yesterday, and I got the message this morning saying it has been successfully dry cleaned. Done. Know what I'm wearing? The 3-piece suit. Job's a good one. Women are a bit different.
Yeah, but
Women are a bit different because what happens is you get invited to something like a fancy wedding, right? And then they say, I'm going to go dress shopping. What are you going dress shopping for? Well, I feel like if I spend some time and I pick out a nice dress and some nice shoes, then I can use them for other occasions. You said that on the last 4 occasions.
yes,
And so
but
far, we already have 4 occasion dresses in the wardrobe.
But each of those 4 occasions, significant time has passed for each one. So my body's changed, my taste has changed.
So off we popped into town, right? 4 hours later, we do come out of town. Well, we had some dinner at that point, then we came out of town and we had successfully purchased a lovely dress and some nice shoes. And I was like, we did it. We did it. Amazing. We got home. We'd been home a mere 30 minutes. And I mean a mere 30 minutes. The dress was already on in the bedroom because she wanted to make sure the shoes looked right, which was an interesting development when the right shoe was the new shoe and the left shoe was an old shoe from the last occasion. And Luce is like, which shoe? I was like, well, the fucking new ones, obviously, because that's why you bought them. Well, I think I prefer the other ones. I mean, okay. And so she said, so which ones? I was like, well, the older ones are slightly more formal, but the left ones are new, and they're new, and we bought them today. So we very quickly decided that she wanted to wear the old shoes, and the new ones needed to go back. So of the 2 items we bought, if you consider a pair of shoes as a singular item, of the 2 items we bought, one of them is being returned. And then she said, I'm not sure about the dress. So then she put on a dress, right? Which is the dress from the last occasion.
Right, but I can't wear the dress from the last occasion.
I was gifted a membership, and have stayed a member because your streams make me laugh regularly like you spamming ones on dance
Oh,
rolls
don't remind
last
me of
night.
that, Matt! Last night was torturous, Matthew. Please don't remind me of last night and the number of ones I rolled. I'm fairly sure Joe had put the dice in the microwave before I played.
Dave says, woman shopping, need a top. They like the first they try on, spend the next cycle of Halley's Comet going through every other top to then pick the first.
It is
but
like
you
that.
have to make sure
When
the
did you
first one
first-
is the right one.
When did you first find the dress you bought today?
2 months ago.
Before our wedding anniversary.
I was gonna wear it for date night, anniversary night, and then I was like,
That's the end of April, chat, by the way.
no, it's not anniversary.
Dress shopping is a trap.
It is a fucking trap ball. Thank you for the tea. So we have now decided that not only the shoes are going back, but the dress is going back as well. I told you, chin off the dress. I'll just use some Chaos Black spray. Psh, done.
No one needs to see that.
So there we go. So we have had a 4-hour shopping trip, popping into town. Shopping's supposed to be fun, chat. We have a dress and some shoes that are going back.
But what I am doing is when the boys find some gorgeous girl to date, she'll go, my God, they're good at shopping. They're so patient and they just sit on the man couches and just stay quiet while I try on the whole shop's worth of dresses. And I'll go, you're welcome. I trained them young.
What a productive day. Yes, I definitely didn't have anything better I could have been doing. It's fine. It's fine. It keeps you happy. Ish, kind of.
I now don't know what I'm going to wear because I can't wear the last occasion's dress because I refuse. I refuse to squeeze things into dresses and tops that don't fit into the dresses and tops. I refuse it. The buttons are stressed and it's a very delicate fabric. So no, I'm not doing it. So I need a new dress. I'm not doing it.
So get a new dress then.
Yeah, and then I didn't like the one.
Right, but
that I
we've
ended
been
up
through this a
putting
million
on.
times. We've been through it because what you do is you go into each shop and you go, all the ones I like aren't in the shop. I'm like, no, because they're online, because it's 2024.
But I do not understand a cocktail dress or an evening dress. I will never order it online. I want to go and see it and touch it and.
So you get it delivered and you.
Oh my God! Or just stock it in the shop so I can go and.
What
touch it.
happens when you buy a dress that's stocked in the shop, Luce? What's going on with the one that's upstairs?
It's getting returned.
It's getting returned! What's the fucking difference?
Because
What's the difference?
At least now I definitely know.
There's no difference! If you order it and it's delivered to your house and you
I'm not stupid enough to comment, but I see you're blinking and recognize it for what it
Thank
is.
you, Sean. But if you buy it online, it's delivered to your house. Some cunt brings it to you, and then you try it on and you don't like it. What you do then is you just return it. It's what you're doing anyway.
But a lovely little home fashion show isn't nearly as enthusiastic as all the ladies who help you in the change room that go, oh, that's the one.
What lady helped you in the changing room? How many ladies were in your changing room today?
4.
None.
4?
None.
4 of them were in there. Did I tell you about when? Because I also went in on Wednesday to recce the place.
What?
But I was in the changing rooms on Wednesday. Mothers and daughters are vicious to each other. In the changing room next to me, I think the daughter was getting a graduation dress or a prom dress. She opened the door to her mum, and her mum looks her up and down and goes, "You need to lose some weight, you do." I nearly died. She must have been about 18. Beautiful 18-year-old. Life hasn't touched her yet. Beautiful. Get her in a dress. Get her feeling good. You need to lose some weight, you do.
I don't get it.
Bloody hell, mothers and daughters.
What will happen now, chat, right? This wedding, I know, I've been through this multiple times. This wedding is on the 30th of this month, right? So come the 27th, Thursday the 27th, she'll finally have not got anything, and finally she'll go, you're probably right, I'll order it online. And then she'll order it for next day delivery, and we'll be playing literal fucking dress Russian roulette on the Friday. Because that's how long it will be left.
That's the thing that's supposed to be fun that you make not fun.
What, Russian roulette?
Dress shopping!
I make it not fun!
Yes, with the huffing and the puffing and the sitting on the man couches and...
Fucking God. If that isn't worth the membership target tonight, I don't... Right, I'm fucking... Hang on. We're not calling it what we're calling it. We're not calling it Fun 40k folk now. Right, we have a different target now, chat. There. That's what it now is. Main reason why my wife goes into clothes shops, walks in like first thing she buys and out. She's a keeper. Oh my God. We have Amazon Prime. As a household, we have Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've ever used Amazon Prime, but Amazon Prime has a thing called Amazon Wardrobe.
No, I know I'm returning this one, but I genuinely, I can't order a cocktail dress or an evening dress off the internet because it's a whole other skill of like making clothes because
the ones you're buying in the shop you can also buy on the internet. Just because you buy it on the internet doesn't mean it's the only place you can get hold of it.
No, but I like to go in and like touch them and then no, because also returning a dress in a shop I know it's got there, but if I try and return it in the post...
Rich with his Reggie number says, I think this is why I have ex-wives.
Oh.
And I changed the target from Fun 40k folk to men who hate dress shopping. Phil instantly gift 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Phil. He clearly feels strong about this. If you feel strongly about hating dress shopping, chat, ! Gift. Let's get the gifts in. Right? Why is it just dress shopping? It's all fucking shopping.
Well, for me, dress shopping is the same as bra shopping. I really wouldn't feel comfortable bra shopping on the internet. Because the sizes fluctuate way too much.
You're absolutely talking to the wrong person, though. Because I'm everything shopping on the internet.
Yes,
oh,
but...
that being said, the three-piece suit I'll be wearing isn't bought on the internet. It was tailored in a shop. But it was tailored to me. So that's a bit different. Because dresses aren't often tailored to you. And the only time you normally get a dress tailored to you is a wedding dress. And if you bought one of those for Sunday, you probably wouldn't be very popular.
The amount of like occasion wear that's white or ivory.
Mid-tier mediocre, thank you so much for the one gifted membership. You're a legend. 40k is supposed to be fun and it just isn't. I said on Warhipster stream that if I was in charge of GW, I'd fire the entire 40k team and start again. Is that too harsh? Nah, I don't think so. Average British Nerd, thank you for the 5 gifted. It turns out this is what we've got to do, Luce. Rant about dress shopping and then get them gifting. Yeah. It's...
But then also, why...
I tell you what has been fun throughout the whole process.
What?
Specifically,
what?
Is watching the eldest.
Oh,
so the youngest is in our youngest is 6. He's in cloud fucking cuckoo land. He doesn't care. Luce was in TK Maxx today in the changing room, and what he did is he stood himself in front of the CCTV camera that looks out in front of the changing room, and you can see the screen, and he's just fucking busting out a dance routine. He doesn't care.
You going all day? Need a day dress and evening dress, Luce, and a hat and a matching handbag for each.
You can fuck off, Dave. You can get yourself banned. Stick Monkey, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships. You beautiful Welshman. Thank you so much for 10 gifted, you hero. I love you. Yeah, watching... The youngest doesn't give a shit, right? He was just cutting shapes in the CCTV, watching himself on screen. The woman guarding the... it seems like guarding. The woman guarding the dressing room in the shop this time round, she was having a right old show put on for her. Laughing at him as he was there, busting his shapes. The eldest, however... it's legitimately like watching like an 18-year-old guy with his first proper girlfriend. Because he goes in the first shop because I can't remember which was the first shop we went into. The name of the first one we went into. Next. Was it Next? Yeah, I think it was Next. The first shop we went into. No, it wasn't the first one. It was the second shop we went to, which was in the Marlins.
Yeah.
And he went. I didn't even know. You were like, it's in the Marlins. Marlins is a shopping centre, by the way. He said it's in the Marlins Centre. I was like, okay, so we walked to the Marlins shopping centre in Southampton. walked in the centre, and I walked straight fucking past the shop, oblivious. I don't know where I was going. I was on autopilot, and he's peeled off already because he was up with me in front of you and Ben. He's peeled off into something. So he knows where he's going. He knows, and he's all full of the zest about him. Like, Mummy, what's going on here? We're going here. We're going shopping for Mum. and watching his journey.
He is my number 2.
Eh?
He is my number 2.
He is your number 2, but watching his journey throughout the day till the last shop where he's like this. Just sat on the fucking cushion. At this point, every single time his little brother comes and sits next to him, he fucking moves.
He needs the personal space.
Like, are you alright, James? Yep. Are you sure? Yeah, is it? Are we done yet? No.
No, we've got another 2 weeks.
Probably not for 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. Watching his journey today has been fascinating because I'm like, that is like every 18. I mean, obviously it's slightly different because he's not intending to sleep with his mother, but that is every 18-year-old in town shopping with their girlfriend when they're young. They go in all like, I'm a great boyfriend, I'm going shopping with you, and by the end of it they're like, just fucking pick something. I'm only still here because I'm hoping to get lucky later.
He came up with a great saying at Christmas. I found something in a gift shop for someone, and I was like, oh, which one is it? Which one is it? And he was like, Mum, find the thing, buy the thing, and then let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
TK Maxx, yeah. I knew I'd get told to fuck off there. Yeah. Luce is just training him to give up and accept women what women want. Dave says, does Liam's tie match your dress? Make sure it does. He will need to go and match the colours off to next, Liam. I have a tie. I should be wearing that tie. If she chooses to match the dress to my tie, more than welcome to. If she doesn't, okay.
The trouble is, I think I'm now at a point that I want to look nice, obviously, but I want to be comfortable, obviously, because it's a very long day and I don't have any beer fitness anymore. So I want to be comfortable because I will definitely notice my shoes hurting me because I won't be drinking that much whiskey or rum.
I want to take a fresh bottle of mead. I'm
also getting really fed up of if I say to you, right, I want a dress that looks elegant but is comfortable because I don't want to have to feel like I've got like a pole shoved down my back and I've got to stand perfectly straight, otherwise a button will pop or whatever. So that obviously means I want to look like I'm going to prom, which I don't. So then if I say, no, not quite that formal, I want like a little bit of casual, well, obviously now I want to look like a slut, which I don't. There doesn't seem to be anything in the middle anymore. It's either super formal or super slutty.
This just begs the question in 2024.
Which is why
does anyone want to be a fucking woman?
But it's why I'm really struggling to find something that's ticking all the boxes, because have I finally reached this demographic that we either don't get invited to weddings that often, so there's no point creating a fashion line for us, or the other 35-year-old women are trying their best to fit into either side of the spectrum, and it's like, I don't. And this is why it takes 2 months to find a dress.
And as we said right at the start, chat, dress shopping is supposed to be fun.
Or it's either a maxi dress that's practically a sarong. Well, I don't want to wear that.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. Here's part of the problem, right? Is you women have got too many types of dresses. Too much. Men don't have that. Men don't have that at all.
Or it's if you are plus size, because I don't know very many women at all that have a couple of kids and they snap right back to the size 8 they were. So you're now in the curvy plus size. They've either modelled the clothes on beautiful women, obviously they're models, but they're perfectly plus size.
Should we just get you tailored a 3-piece suit?
So the boobs are in line with the hips, so they're like a proper full voluptuous figure, which is gorgeous, but it's not necessarily the real curvy woman who gets invited to a wedding every now and then. Because even plus size models probably have to work on keeping it a full figure and nothing sags, nothing droops or whatever. Or it's like the way they model the dresses online. There was a lovely dress, and the model wore flip-flops.
I mean,
what you doing?
I feel like it should be comfortable.
So,
Mr. the Joseph Spencer, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. I'm going to tell you something now as well, because if you look at Mr. the Joseph Spencer on your little notepad, you'll notice it's a 2 out of 3. But yesterday, he did, briefly, upgrade to a seer tier. And because it's a seer tier upgrade, although we did it once yesterday, I feel like it's worthy of a hat trick.
Thank you very much.
An upgrade, some gifted memberships, and a super chat.
Amazing.
And I know the upgrade wasn't today, but he did do it yesterday to a seer tier. Straight away, he came back down again and was like, there you go, here's a little sniffer for the crack, right? So we're going to give him the hat trick. Thank you so much. Being a man is just so easy. We have a suit for as long as it fits. Exactly. This is my favourite stream, says Joe. We do have 200 t-shirts for all our interests.
So
I do not have too many t-shirts, do I, Luce?
So, sod off. So now, I have to find a dress that, like...
Luce, you look good in a bin bag.
No. It's just really difficult.
It's...
Because men's bodies change, obviously, but the fluctuation, I feel like it doesn't happen as quickly and as regularly.
I've heard names for dresses today that I didn't know fucking existed.
What, like Bardot?
Yes, bless you.
Bardot dresses are the most annoying dresses.
Yeah.
Because a Bardot is when it's an off the shoulder, but like a wraparound off the shoulder. So it's not a crop top type. It goes over the tops of the arms. It's very elegant, very lovely. But if your dinner requires knife and fork action, well then it will just creep up, which then digs into your armpits. Plus then you have to wear a strapless bra, and I swear to God they make the strapless bras fail on purpose, so you end up just getting properly fucked up
if
on
I
your night
have
out.
to wear a strapless bra on this Sunday, so do you, okay?
So then you have to wear tit tape, and if you're wearing tit tape then you can't sweat because then it doesn't work.
This has been my day today, chat. Send help. Please send help. Please.
Oh.
Something. Send something.
And the wraparound plunging neckline. No. That's
I don't. In all seriousness, for a brief moment, I fucking don't envy you at all.
No.
I said this to you yesterday though as well. We were talking about this. I think was it yesterday? Maybe the day before. Let's talk about it briefly. Like men typically have like mostly 4 shapes, right? You've got the upside down triangle, big muscly top, slim waist, right?
Yeah.
You've got the square and average kind of build. You've got the fat dad, right? And then you've got the potato, where he's got the big chest but big belly. You've got 4 shapes. And you know what? Most shirts fit. In fact, I reckon up until about like 10, 15 years ago, you'd be like, I'm going to buy a men's shirt. Okay?
Done.
And no one asked a question.
Yeah.
Now it has changed slightly. I'm going to buy a men's shirt. Regular fit or skinny fit. We've got 2 fits, Luce. 2. 2 fits. I bought a new Gymshark t-shirt recently because I really like their stuff. And I purposefully bought slim fit t-shirt, right? Which at the moment is still slightly too snug around the midriff, but nowhere near as bad as it would have been 4 weeks ago, actually. So I'm already making great progress. Way! But I bought slim fit. I went on the Gymshark t-shirt website, right? On the Gymshark website, looked at t-shirts, and I was, as a man, I was like, there's too many fits. They have regular fit, oversized fit, slim fit, muscle fit. There's 4. I was like, it's too many. Too many fits.
Too many.
4 fits is too many. And then I learned about 75 different fucking dress types today, and half of those just refer to the top part. The bottom part's a different dress type, which if you combine the 75 bottom halves with the 75 top halves in every possible combination, you have a limitless number of types of dress sizes.
Dandy says, does it have pockets? It troubled me today. The dress I'm returning has pockets. And I was stood in the mirror with my hands in my pockets like...
But why do you need pockets when you're also looking at an accessory bag? I don't understand why you need both.
Right. It's only been a recent thing that women's dresses have come with pockets. Let us enjoy the pocket fantasy for a little bit, okay?
Why do you need pockets if you've got a bag?
Because the bag, you can't take like a bloody gym bag with you.
You don't need a gym bag! What are you taking? What do you need?
You need a little bottle of perfume to top up. You need your little travel lip gloss to top up.
Right, okay.
And then if Mother Nature wants to really ruin your life, you need that in your bag.
You don't need that in your bag.
You don't want to put that in your bag. You need to put it in your pocket, so if you go to the toilet, you're not taking your bag.
No one's carrying around with a fucking great big towel in their pocket. Right.
Well, obviously you're not wearing a nighttime towel on a night out. Or, depending if it's really heavy, you just don't fucking go.
I tell you what, it's easier. Just buy a red dress.
Doesn't stain red though, babe.
But also, the event that we're attending is in the same building as the room that we're staying.
There are things that go
I wish you
in
could
the
see that
pockets.
look. I wish you could see that little. Oh fuck.
There are just things that you put in your pocket. It's always been a bit of a joke amongst me and my girlfriends that traditionally it's us girls get weighed down with all the stuff. All the stuff. Any kind of Pokemon cards, we get them. Keys, we get them. Chewing gum. No, I know, but it's just become habit that we need pockets or bags.
Help.
Thank you, Jeremy, for the help. I need more help, chat. The thing is, as well, in all seriousness, the thing is, right, there's a couple more that are going to come through any minute as well, so I'm sure she's going to be okay.
Help.
Thank you, Evan, for the 2. You're a legend. Dave, if you think... I mean, I don't know what the prices are like up in Cumbria, but that doesn't really buy a dress here, mate.
Beth, tape is usually see-through.
Is it?
Yeah.
For Lucy's dress fund.
Thank you so much, Dave, for the 2. You're amazing. You're all amazing. That won't get us a dress, unfortunately. Right? But the thing is, in seriousness, the thing is, I am an absolute sucker for wanting to make sure I help as much as I possibly can. So when we get to the evening, when we get to the day, when we get to the event, Luce is there going, I feel pretty good, I look pretty good, I feel pretty good. So I shall continue to help, and I shall continue to put myself through this torture because I'm very keen on making sure Luce feels good on the day, that's good, etc. Right? That's all going to happen. So I'm whinging about this torture. I'm going to continue to put myself through it for 2 more weeks. And I'm sure when it gets to that Thursday beforehand, and she hasn't yet ordered it, I'll probably be the person ordering it online to make sure we get it the next day.
No, it'll be fine. I'll find something.
Magic the Gathering times this time around. Well, you need more than pockets then to keep them safe. Mid-tier mediocre. Thank you for the 1 gifted. You're amazing. What about a charity shop dress? Oh, don't.
You can find some right treasures in a charity
Luce is
shop.
already an absolute fucking charity shop pirate.
There's 2 things I always look for in a charity shop. Number 1, welly boots. It's amazing how quick the boys grow out of them. And number 2, random crockery, because when they learn to cook, they do drop stuff. So if they drop a £1 casserole dish, it's fine.
Mike the Rhino has said you tried to checkmate Luce and she hit you with and that trumps it, even 4 aces. As that says, Liam better bring some Pokemon cards to the wedding now just to give to Luce. Amazing. You people are amazing. Anyway, you haven't even hit me with a topic yet. Anything that's supposed to be fun that isn't fun, or the most fun you've had in 40k, right? Let's try and bring this back on topic. I've done my rant. I'm happy now. I feel better.
As long as you feel better.
I do feel better now, yeah. Yeah, I do actually. Although I'm not happy about the fact that the dress and shoes have to go back. But I feel better. Mostly. Who's Luce trying to attract at the wedding anyway? A future husband, probably. Escapade, to be fair. I can't do dress shopping. I just take my little one to the playground and wait for the text 3 hours later that she couldn't find anything to wear. Was a charity shop, like a thrift shop?
Yeah.
Helping the dragons will come. Bombardment.
Forgot about the dragons. Thank you, Pete. A charity shop is typically... It is kind of like a thrift shop, yeah. A charity shop is typically where you would donate items to a charity that you don't want anymore.
But it also can't be shit. It has to be.
So you can donate clothes,
like certain criteria.
crockery, like all kind of photo frames, all kind of nice trinkets and stuff like that. Lamps. Some of the bigger charity shops here in the UK will have things like furniture, sofas, fridges and stuff. It's all second hand. It's all been used before, but it's been donated to charity, and then the charity will evaluate it, make sure it's in relatively reasonable working condition, etc. They will then sell it on, and that's how they generate revenue for the charity. So you might donate a bunch of clothes to a charity called British Heart Foundation. They'll check the clothes, make sure they're in good nick and they're not completely trashed. They'll put them up for sale. They'll sell them, and the money they make from them is obviously not profit because they're a charity, but it goes into the charity. All right, and that's kind of what that is. And I really do hate when people throw things away that could go to charity. So if you've got a pair of shoes that are literally hanging on by a thread and your big toes hanging out the front, they should probably go in the bin. Maybe a textiles bin. Maybe there's some salvageable material from it, but they should probably go in the bin. If you've got a decent pair of trainers that you just don't wear anymore, or a pair of shoes that the kid's grown out of, they shouldn't go in the bin. They should probably go in a charity shop if they've got more use in them, because someone somewhere can make use of it, and then someone somewhere benefits from that sort of donation, essentially. 5th Ed 40k, my Hive Tyrant in melee with a Space Marine Librarian for 5 rounds of combat. Both completely failed to kill each other, even with instant death. That sounds like fun. And they wonder why we drink, says Tell. What do you mean back on topic? Were we ever on topic? We're never on topic, Mr. The Nobody. I once saw a punch up in a Waitrose over reduced Xmas turkeys. I was the one reducing them. People go feral for a deal. They do. Black Friday a few years ago. Did you see that on the news when they were fighting over fucking TVs and stuff? It's mad, isn't it?
I've never really done the Black Friday. I avoid town. But now it's not even just the Friday. Now it's almost the whole of November.
I think I am. I think I'm like the antithesis of things like deal hunters. Like I will pick up something that I literally buy every week, and it'll be on offer for 2 for 1, and I'll still just buy one. I don't need 2. I need 1.
Yeah, I don't do the 2 for 1s because I don't need 2 of them.
I just can't. It's a type of chocolate bar, man, with the account called Erebus. I don't care about deals. If I go to buy something and they go, oh, this is in the sale, I'm like, cool, sweet, win. It's going to be less than I thought I was going to pay. But I don't go hunting for deals. I'm not one of those people. I won't wait till I'd be interested to know how many people actually do this though. I won't wait till Black Friday. We won't be in a position where we're like, okay, for example, let's say we said we wanted a new TV for our bedroom, right? Yeah. For the sake of argument, we don't need to upgrade it. But let's say we need a new TV for the room, right? There'll be people out there that'll be like, July, they'll be like, we need a new TV for the room. Black Friday sales in November. And they'll wait till the Black Friday sales, and then they'll shop for their TV. I can't do that.
I think I can't do that just because the anxiety levels for me of now the shop will be super busy. That will be a very busy room. I don't want to go in there now. So I would just...
It's the same as the people that will buy... So there's other people that do this as well, which I find baffling. I need a new TV for the room. They'll buy a new TV for the room in August, right? And then in November, they'll Google the one that they bought to see if it's cheaper than what they paid for it.
Oh,
what are you doing to yourself?
Yeah, don't do
Why
that.
are you looking? Don't look. You've done it.
Here's what you could have saved.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't do that.
Look. Don't look at it. Fuck. Keep that one to yourself. The amount of people that have bought stuff, and then I've seen people get so angry because they've bought a product, whatever that product is, they bought the product, and then maybe 48 hours later, there'll be a thing that comes out from the website that'll be like, now on offer, 20% off, and they'll get ragey. Like, I fucking bought this 40 hours ago and it wasn't 20% off. I was like, yeah, but you clearly thought it was worth the value you paid for it then. Yeah. So what's your problem?
Yeah.
Value is subjective, but you clearly thought it was worth it then. What's your issue that 40 hours later they've reduced it? They can't go, whoa, before you finish checking out, Luce, before you buy that thing, wait 24 hours or 40 hours, we're going to do an offer. They can't do that with everyone. It's not how it works, but buying TVs or any electronics in person is so unnecessary. Online only for me. So I'm an absolute sucker, actually. I'll be honest with you, chat. I'm 100% sucker in the sense that I literally only buy anything online. Socks, pants, trousers, shoes, trainers, t-shirts, Luce online. The only exception to buying online was the first sort of set, I reckon, of motorcycle gear that I bought.
Yeah.
And I went in and tried and make sure it all fit nicely.
Bless you. Look at the light.
Why?
Because it stops the steam.
She's just trying to kill me off. Look into the light.
Look into the light.
I think after the first set of motorcycle gear, when I worked out what the fit was like, I then bought everything else online. I just buy everything online. Everything online all the time. My deal hunting is buying my minis off of eBay. Gotta help a guy put his through college. Oh yeah. Black Friday sales aren't real anyway. I've heard that. Waiting for some deal saves you from the impulse buying stuff you don't really need anyway.
Very true, actually.
Some things are cheaper in person. Are they? I mean, I know that Amazon isn't always the cheapest.
I have haggled a piece of carpet when we had both border collies because I wanted to put some carpet down for their crate. And I went in there with cash and I found a cut of carpet and I said, can you whip... Is it whipping when they...
Yes.
Yeah. I said, can you whip stitch it for me? And he was like, yeah. And I said, I've got cash on me. Can you do anything with the price? And he was so desperate to get rid of this piece of carpet that he knocked a bit off for me because I had cash.
Yeah, I get that. Like I said, Amazon isn't always the cheapest because you pay for the convenience of it being on Amazon. So you can find things on Amazon and you'll be like, that's more expensive than if I went to the shops in town.
Yeah.
But I also, if I buy it on Amazon today, right now, it will turn up tomorrow. I don't have to deal with other people. I don't have to talk to anyone else. I don't have to be in a busy shop. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do the people thing.
Yeah, but can you not see how by enough of us not going into the shop, yes, obviously the high street's dying, obviously. But now, because there's not enough nice, pleasant people mixing in societal circles, we're now kind of giving the space to the gobshites who thinks it's okay to put their feet on the bus seat or smoke on the bus. Because all of the nice people have stopped going on the bus because there was a few nasty people, but now there's so many more nasty people because all the nice people are staying home and ordering online. So you're slowly giving our spaces.
I mean, I think
these...
the degeneration of city centres is down to more than just people. Like
Yeah,
I would suggest that a lot of people stop shopping in the high street because of the degeneration of the city centres. Yes, it doesn't necessarily help at that point. It typically, well, there's a chance it can exacerbate the problem, but that's not why they've started leaving city centres alone, because that shit's already there.
Yeah, I know.
Fatboy says, please tell me you bought your helmet in person. I bought the first helmet in person. My main one that I wear now I didn't buy in person because you can't. So Ruroc, I have an Atlas 4.0, I think it is. You can't buy them online. You can't buy them anywhere than online. You have to buy them online. Their returns policy is very, very good. So you measure yourself, you size yourself, you buy the helmet, you check the fit when it turns up. If the fit's good, good. If the fit's not good, you just send it back and they send you a different size. Or just flat refund you. So my Ruroc, which is my main helmet, was bought online. My missus is on the spectrum, so we call buying from online a necessity. Call it the anti-ADHD tax. Auti ADHD tax. Oh, I misread that. Sorry, I'm tired today.
Me and the boys have a version of online shopping. When it's time to get them new stuff, they just give me the criteria of things they'd like, and then I go in and do it for them.
Well, when
that works for us right now.
I guarantee. I don't know about the youngest so much, but the eldest specifically, when he's old enough to online shop and have Amazon and stuff, he'll just do. That's what he'll do.
Yeah, I reckon.
Because he just gets to avoid people at that point.
Do you know what? Actually, I think when he grows out of his current stuff, I might say, right, here we go, cup of tea, sit on the computer.
Here's a computer, here's a budget.
Put it in your basket.
Yeah.
And then we'll make sure you got the right sizes.
Yeah, never try to buy a custom fitted suit online. I have actually bought... What did I buy online? I think I bought a tailored tuxedo online. And that fits me very nicely. But I think I got lucky.
Yeah. I see a bunch of posts on Facebook all the time about mums who have tried to buy their daughters their prom dresses online from really cheap retailers like Temu, stuff like that, and it's just been a nightmare because obviously trying to return it, a lot of the times they don't give you a return address, and it's become this whole ordeal.
It's again why I'm a big fan. I know people don't like Bezos, etc., and rightly so, but it's why I'm a big fan of Amazon. The returns process for Amazon is very, very good. Remember when we had that company mugging me off because that wallet that I bought, and then Amazon literally sorted it, refunded it, and returned it all for us. Fucking great. Anyway, about to buy a 4K e-bike. Not doing that online. Or don't buy an e-bike in general, please. Ugh. Stephen with thank you for 5 gifted memberships up to 56. If we get to 100, I love you all. If we get to 150, we give away a free t-shirt. After 150, we give away another free t-shirt for every 50 that we hit. It's a new rule we put in place yesterday.
Oh, cool.
So we get to 200, 2 t-shirts, 250, 3 t-shirts, 300, 4 t-shirts, and so on and so forth.
Ah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because it's just amazing at that point, isn't it, right? Team Me Wish, etc. All literal manufactured waste should be legal, 100%. I've never heard of a good story. I've heard of some good stuff coming out of Etsy, and I've heard some good stuff coming out of Etsy from people that have literally made it in the UK, and it's their only outlet, it's their only way of really selling it, which is kind of cool. I've also heard some nightmare stories from Etsy. I've never heard a good thing from Team You Wish.
Yeah, for me,
I've never.
It's the return thing when people say I'm trying to return it, and I just think this, and I would never say to somebody, well, that's why I go on the high street, because you know you are at the mercy of your budget and everything else. But I do just think to myself, well, if you did go on the high street, you'd have a physical premises to take it back to with your receipt, because I'm guessing the email is the receipt when you buy something from Team You
Yeah, typically, yeah, you'll be emailed an invoice or
That's
receipt.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because when lockdown happened, and children have their growth spurts at the most inconvenient time because they're selfish, we had to do a whole bunch of online shopping. Luckily, things like Morrison's were doing clothes, or like Tesco do clothes, so it wasn't too bad. There were some things I had to do online, and I was really nervous about, if this doesn't fit and I want to send it back, are you going to use COVID as the excuse for me to not be able to send it back?
Yeah, which I bet people did.
Probably.
I've had some right nightmares with companies, unfortunately. Playing ignorance or just ignoring you or whatever.
I had one, they were begging me to keep it. And when I said I can't, it doesn't fit him, so I can't keep it. Even my youngest won't fit. Please keep it, please try it on. We have tried it.
Yeah,
I need to return it. And they were literally begging me to keep it. And I'm trying to say, my consumer rights, you're not observing my consumer rights.
I bought a product online, and then within like 40 hours, I was like, shouldn't have bought that. Yeah. So I emailed to cancel it, and they ignored me. So I emailed it again like a week later. It's like, this order, to be clear, I need to cancel it. Yeah. They ignored me. And then eventually, it was a custom-made product, and eventually they then were like, we're going to start manufacturing. I was like, no, I've asked you to cancel the fucking order, so please don't send it. Yeah, and as you haven't started making it yet, just email me. Yeah, exactly. And they were like, oh, we've started making it. I was like, but I've emailed you 3 fucking times to say don't make the product. I don't want it anymore. And then eventually, I checked up all the what's it called, rules and regs and stuff. So this is basically what they're going to do, right? If they ship it, it's coming from Europe. So thankfully, what happens now when things come from Unit? I say thankfully. This is like the only occasion I'm going to say thankfully about this. But thankfully, now when things ship from Europe, there's an import duty, which for everything else I've ever bought from Europe, I hate it. Right? It's fucking bullshit nowadays. It fucking annoys me. But there's an import duty. So because there's an import duty, you have to pay the import duty before they'll deliver it to your house. Yes. So I said to them, if you fucking ship this product, I will not pay the import duty, which means it will be returned to you. Yeah. Well, please don't do that. I was like, I've told you not to make it 3 fucking times. I've told you not to send it. I then got an email back going, okay, we can agree to give you a full refund, and we won't ship you the product. I was like, thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. It only took a month. Yeah. Thank you. She was like, okay, we'll get the refund sorted. We'll issue a credit note on your original card details, blah, 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 blah. All that kind of normal good shit that happens when you get a refund, right? I was like, cool, I'm happy with that. Great. I got an email notification 2 fucking hours later. Dispatched. I was ready to go to Europe and punch a man. Yeah. Dispatch notification. And I emailed it. It says, like, what the fuck is this? Dispatch. Oh, sorry. I couldn't catch it. It's been sent already. I definitely noticed a difference almost overnight of sort of online purchasing etiquette of companies. Especially when you use trusted companies, you expect a certain etiquette because they are a big brand, so they understand your consumer rights, and you also understand what's responsible of you. But when these new companies pop up so thick and fast, and they seem to have an abundance of stuff. So whether they are one huge parent company with all these tiny little pop-ups, so in fact, no matter who you spend your money with, you're still paying the same terrible parent company, or have people just kind of realised that COVID has changed how we shop forever? So why not grab life by the horns, set up a pop-up shop, and you're just kind of bad at it. You're a genuine company, you're just bad at it right now. Yeah. It's really hard. And then you've got your scammers. Oh,
where
oh my fucking God.
they are always like 5 steps ahead in how to get their website looking very legitimate.
Like
or
Lego.
how, and I'm getting phishing emails now that have my address and my name in it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Before there was a bit where you could look at the email and go, what the fuck is that? Try
Yeah.
harder. Come on, you're clearly a scammer. But now
I mean,
they've got all my information in it.
the sent from address is normally a pretty big giveaway, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it says like Matt at BT.
Yeah,
Like,
they,
who?
they've got good at when it comes through. It'll read like HMRC tax refund is what it will say when it comes through as an address. You click on the address, you're like,
Yeah.
why is Sharon at Yahoo issuing me a tax refund? I know
Come
there's
on,
budget
Shazza.
cuts, but come on, Sharon.
Yeah.
And you find out that fucking Sharon is a 54-year-old Asian man.
But there was definitely a change almost overnight of
Minkster
what?
says, never order a girlfriend online. Returns are a nightmare.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet they
You
are.
got to drill air holes in the box and all sorts.
Yeah, you got a feeder.
Anyway, chat, we are 44. Actually, I'm lying to you. YouTube's actually telling me we're even closer to the target than we actually are. So I'm going to update it so it's accurate. We are 40 away from hitting our target. Look at that. There's 152 people in chat. If almost all of you gift a single membership, I'll be giving away 2 t-shirts. One at 150, one at 200.
Very nice.
If 4 of you give 10, we hit the target. If 8 of you give 5, we hit the target. If 11 of you give 50, some more t-shirts. Like 6 t-shirts. Something like that. Anyway, there you go. I've had one from the FBI offering me a rebate. I've heard the FBI are into that, just giving out money. They can fake sent addresses though, so be vigilant. I'm
Yes.
sure they can. There's.
No, now it's...
I feel, Sean, I'm aware that you work in interwebs and shit. I feel like I'm pretty vigilant. Like I've taken Luce through a number of things that she's thought are genuine. I've been like, yeah, but look here, here, and here, and then she's gone, okay, cool. So I feel like I'm pretty vigilant. I feel like I've helped you become more vigilant. I am aware though that they are getting clever people. So. Morning Hammer, he did it. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Yeah, choo choo. Do the choo choo train noise, Luce. When you do the choo choo train noise, they start.
Choo choo!
What was a fucking speed train?
Oh, quick. Meow.
Refund with no issues. Once the refund came through, place a new order with the correct sizes. Oh, I bought a 6x4 Dunes theme neoprene game mat from Italy a few weeks ago. On the order confirmation, the window notes, I ordered a 4x4 by mistake. Immediate contact for refund. 4 days later, got refund. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But now it makes me so jaded on anything I order online if I have to. I put it on my whiteboard. If I've had to order like a ADHD friendly resource for Ben or something, it's on my whiteboard because the amount.
Yeah.
I don't know who's got my details, but I'll order one thing and I'll get maybe 5 dispatch from 5 different
Peter
companies.
says we had dudes here who turned on Discord and 25 to 30 minutes later got their position hit by artillery or rockets.
What?
Because it just pinpoints your location. Oh, they've logged in here. That's where they are.
Oh my god.
If you think about it, everything now's connected.
Yeah,
Everything
it
wants to know
is.
your location all the time. Everything wants access to all of your things all the time.
Oh man.
I mean, if you
How do you...
you don't.
Oh,
There's
God.
people out there, right? I know that you've probably had a few people in your recent experiences say these sorts of words. There's people out there, I'm off grid. You're not off fucking grid. You're not off grid. I'm off grid. You got an iPhone. You're instantly not off grid. An iPhone and a passport.
Yeah.
There's no. You can't be off grid. It's impossible.
Yeah. Did you have your baby in the woods? No.
Yes.
Then I'm
Yeah.
afraid you're on grid.
Yeah. VPN is for winners. Yeah, I have a VPN. I did privacy training for work today. Oh, sounds fun. And AI will make all this worse. I hate AI. AI is going to be one of those. I reckon. Right. There's an interesting AI discussion that happened recently in the world of Warhammer. Actually,
What is geolocating? What's that?
it's locating you geographically.
So, man with the account called Erebus, never allow an app to geolocate you. What is that when you... So is that when I'll say something like, pizza near me, and then it will say, allow...
Yeah.
And then I
Oh,
click
I let
allow.
everything. I let everything geolocate me.
So that's geolocating.
Google Maps with no geolocating on would be fucking pointless.
Okay.
Because how does the sat nav work then?
This is what makes me insane about.
There was a conversation. There was a conversation recently about AI in the Warhammer space. It's not quite as severe. There was a conversation about it where an individual won Golden Demon having used a backdrop that was generated by AI. Specifically, it was generated by an AI system called Midjourney, which generates images. Now, I know Midjourney quite well because I used to use it, and I used to pay for the Midjourney service. I have subsequently stopped paying for Midjourney. In fact, I stopped paying for Midjourney a little while ago. And one of the reasons why I stopped paying for a Midjourney service is because they have a legal case being taken against them by X number of thousand artists. Because Midjourney has essentially stolen all of their artwork and it uses it to then generate its AI artwork. So it's stolen other artwork, it's stolen other artists' artwork and uses it to generate artwork. So when you generate an AI image on Midjourney, it isn't literally coming up with an image. It's looking at sources, it's finding sources, it's mashing them together, and it's creating an image from those sources. Now, in the grand scheme of things, as a concept, that's a pretty cool, like, useful way to use AI to generate new art. Now, you absolutely shouldn't be doing it with stolen images. There's other services out there like Adobe, where it's all Adobe's, it's Adobe's property, so you're not stealing people's artwork, and you can generate images. So there's AI tools that do that. That's a little bit kind of cooler than the Midjourney one, where they basically steal artwork, right? So there is, I think, some really cool uses for AI in the future. I think there is some really cool things we could use AI to do. Potentially there is. It is reasonable to suggest that AI could be used to be fed significant amounts of medical data and information in scientific experiments that we've conducted, and it could come to some solutions to certain problems medically decades before we do. That potentially could be a positive use of AI. AI, for example, potentially could cure cancer, for example, right? We don't know this for definite. I'm not saying it will or it definitely can, but it could, right? If you feed it enough information and data, and then it starts to learn and develop, and it takes everything that everyone knows and goes, yeah, but you haven't done this, this, and this, because it could process it that fast, right? It could cure things that we haven't currently cured, haven't previously cured, and it could cure it a lot faster than we're able to. So everyone says AI is scum, and I get it, but I think that there are some absolute real-world uses for AI which could be significantly beneficial to the human race in general. But we're humans. So what we're going to do, inevitably, and it's already started to happen, is we're going to take a tool that could be monumentally beneficial to the human race. We're going to fuck it right up, and too many people will also just flat use it for evil. And so we're already in a world where things like deepfakes exist. It is actually, I spend so much time on camera on YouTube, right, sat like this. If someone took all of my live streams in this office from the last year, all of them, on Wednesdays and Fridays, because these are the ones where we sit in front of the camera, and fed it into an AI generative tool, they could create a deep fake of me, which would be almost impossible to tell apart from me. And that's dangerous, because what we're finding is someone going to do that of me? Almost definitely not. Is people doing that of famous celebrities or political stars to influence people's things like political decisions, etc.? They're already doing it.
There was a thing, I can't remember which actress it was, but there was a voice. They did a sample voice for something, and then they said they didn't want to do it, didn't feel right. Could you delete the sample? But the company used it anyway. And the actress didn't know, but someone who knew the actress said, "Oh, I heard you on this new thing." And it was something about because their voices and their images are out there for entertainment purposes, it's not copyrighted or something. So then they can use already filmed stuff to then regurgitate it into new content because it's not a brand new recording. There was some kind of weird loophole.
I don't know. I've not heard of this.
But I think that's what some of the actors' strike was about, was AI.
Well, all I know is that deepfakes have existed now for a while, and you've got certain celebrities that have these AI fakes online that, and when you're like, if it's for a bit of a joke, grey area. When it's putting a message out, as an influential figure, that becomes quite dangerous.
There was...
Especially when you consider that people, unfortunately, are significantly swayed and significantly influenced by things like social media when it comes to things. I mean, we're going through one at the moment in the UK when it comes to things like general elections.
Mm-hmm.
I think personally, my own personal opinion is websites like Twitter and Facebook are dangerous when it comes to elections.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they have more power over the electorate than politicians would care to fucking imagine.
Actually, I haven't seen any kind of campaigning on Facebook. So maybe they've not put it on there.
I've seen loads.
Ah, why aren't I seeing it then? Am I not clever enough?
Because
Does my algorithm think it doesn't interest me?
Because you're too busy looking at the robins on the fucking trees. That's what you're doing, right?
And sewing.
Yeah, absolutely. Black Widow actress, is that the one? Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, Scarlett Johansson in OpenAI, yeah. We already have a Joe-shaped Liam and a Kyle-shaped Liam. Do you? What do you mean if my Liam Dempsey porn collection is... Look, right, chat. If you're going to use me for deepfakes or for a porn collection or for your personal wank bank, that's fine. I just ask that you pay for it, right? I don't care. Just ask that you pay for it. We know how to do that. Colourful postcards, gifted memberships. That's right. AI is dangerous. Stop Skynet now. The thing is, Dave, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to necessarily be dangerous. Unfortunately, there was a phrase put in earlier. Warhammer said, I think. Hang on. Here it is. AI use will be as moral as the people using it. That's the problem. I mean, I couldn't put it better myself. AI is dangerous when in dangerous hands. But that's true of many things. That's true of very many things that are dangerous in dangerous hands. The thing is that companies want to own the voiced looks of actors, singers ad perpetuum. And with AI, they can use them for movies and songs.
Yeah, that was it.
But surely there's legal ramifications there, right? Surely an individual... like, I feel like a Scarlett Johansson, even someone like myself, potentially could copyright themselves. Or trademark themselves.
It's so mad, isn't it? Because where do you draw the line?
Yeah. Problem is, people suck. Carl, never a true word spoken.
Yeah.
The same person who, when I said you could just take all my shows and create a deep fake of me, Carl went, right, I forgot about that. I'll be right back.
Yeah. One moment, please.
If anyone needs me, I'll be clipping Liam's shows. That's what he wrote. It's about the people designing and using the AI intent of individual matters. Good evening, Mikkel. How are you doing? How are you, sir?
It's kind of terrifying, but I'm very interested in the next 40 years and what is absolutely terrifying. I haven't seen the films like Skynet and there's another one. There's another one where apparently when the population gets to 35 years old, you win a lottery of some kind, and then it's an old one. So you probably haven't seen it.
I was about to say, wrong bloke.
But it's to control the population because all the robots control everything or something.
New channel for DM Dempsey.
And my dad was telling me about it, and it kind of makes me go, like, is it the theory that somebody made a movie about it, so now it's theoretical, and now it's ready for somebody to have a go at the theory of it? So should we just stop writing sci-fi down? Just stop writing it down. Don't discuss it.
Dave says, not all people suck, Carl. My wife.
Oh, Dave!
How's it going, wee man? Pretty good. Hope you guys over there are
Logan's
as well.
man.
We are well, yeah.
That's it, thanks.
We are
Logan's man.
actually pretty good here at the moment in Dempsey HQ right now. We'll be fan dabby dozy if we hit both the super chat and membership goal. Beth is dropping in here to try and help this happen, right? We're getting there. Came in late, lol, AI talk. You know how I feel about deepfakes. It's fucking you well. The thing is, right, I really genuinely believe that AI could be used for positive and it could be used to solve rare illnesses that we've never been able to solve. But I think that actually the safest thing to do, and although I think that that's the case, I genuinely believe that AI could be used for good. I think the safest thing to do with AI is just nuke it and get rid of it altogether.
I heard a theory.
I tumbled down a dangerous rabbit hole. I'll talk about that in a minute. Go on, you heard a theory.
I heard a theory that AI will cure cancer, but it will be in our grandchildren's generation. So this generation will further the research for cancer. Then our children's generation will get over the finish line, and they'll be the ones to put all the information into AI. and then it will be our grandchildren's generation that AI knows the cure to cancer. Because until we have the scientists and the medical people there mentally, we can't do it.
There's a theory on top of that theory as well, right? Because I've heard that theory. And the theory on top of that theory is AI will learn the cure to everything that kills man, and then will refuse to tell man.
So
because AI eventually gets to a point where it recognizes that the biggest scar on Earth is humankind, and so by not giving it the cures, almost ensures its eradication.
wow.
And then it gets quite profound, and it gets quite sci-fi movie-esque.
So let's just not write it down.
Yeah.
Don't make a movie about it. Nobody write it down. Therefore, it cannot be challenge accepted as a theory.
I bet our safest thing to do is I think we need global action. This is getting quite serious. I think we need global action immediately or as soon as possible to get control of AI and set up regulation. Right? AI was supposed to free up my time from bullshit stuff, so I had more time to make art.
This shocking topic is making my gin glass empty. Lucy, if you buy any more dresses, I think Liam will have a nervous breakdown. Buy more dresses with pockets.
Thanks, Beth.
What I need to do is feed into AI, right, this is what I'm looking for in a dress. Does it exist? Go.
More gin for you, Beth. I don't really like gin.
No, I'm not a gin person.
I've never really liked gin.
It's very,
We used to drink a lot of gin when I was young with Brom. Because it was in the drinks cabinet of our parents' houses.
Oh, nice.
Because gin was cheaper back then. It was fucking vile back then. And we both agreed that gin was fucking disgusting. And then eventually we got old enough to go and buy our own alcohol and go and drink in pubs and stuff. And neither of us touched a gin ever again. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I can't remember where we were, and Brom said something like, I like a nice gin. I was like, oh, because it's got trendy. He's jumped on that as well. He's like, no, I've always liked gin. I was like, that's fucking bullshit.
Wasn't gin used as a metric?
Gin was one of the cost of living metrics originally,
Yeah.
Long time ago. Wee man! It's alive! The train's alive! Thank you for 5 more gifted. Mr. the Wee Man, up to 66. It's a number, isn't it? 66 of the 5 memberships. Thank you, Mr. the Wee Man. 34 to go for Target. You beautiful human beings. Gin literally tastes like arse. Literally tastes like arse.
For me, it's one of those drinks that I think
hey, Mandy's here.
My taste buds are broken because I drink it a couple of times because friends are like, this one's really nice. Don't try that one. Try this one. And they all just taste the same to me. So I think my taste buds are broken.
Just Jupiter, thank you for the 1 gifted membership, you legend!
Now,
up to 67.
We've got to let Jupiter off because he comes the furthest away.
How does he come the furthest away?
Because he's the 8th planet. Me and Ben know a cool song from YouTube. There are 8 planets in the solar system. We revolve around the sun.
Wow. Gin is just a quick way to ruin vodka, 100%. Whose arse you've been tasting? Joe's, frequently, unfortunately. It's in the air, constantly. We have, in our little studio chat, in the Great Hall studio, right, quick one. Does anybody, because you guys are the most loyal, the people that hang out on Friday nights are the most loyal people, right? It's a quick one for you loyal people on a Friday night. Does anyone want a full behind-the-scenes video inside the studio? Because I don't think we've ever done it since it's been fully built. Does anybody want one? If you want one, I'll make one. When I make one, if I make one, what you'll see is, as part of our studio, we have a little kitchenette. And it's not a very big space, is it? It's really quite small. Yeah. We have a sink, a fridge, just enough space for an air fryer, a microwave, and I've just bought some hot plates. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
The current thing we call AI isn't really AI, though it's just machine learning. It can't think for itself yet. But yeah, deepfakes were bad before, they are getting better. Recently I've seen more pics and vid of me made using that.
That's shocking. Who made that? Did you give them a fucking swift Rochambeau, Mandy? I hope so. So we have this tiny little kitchenette, right? And it's not very big. You couldn't swing a cat in it, okay? Now, when you go into the first door of the kitchenette, right, you're faced by the microwave. You turn left, and the kitchenette goes like down this little rectangular room. You've got like I said, you've got the sink and you've got the boiler and stuff like that, right? At the end of that little room, is our own toilet. We have our own toilet in the studio. I cannot tell you how much of an upgrade this studio has actually been to us since November, because we have a little kitchen, we have a little toilet, we've got air conditioning, I've got office space, I've got storage space. It's fucking amazing. And it's so, like, we used to, when we were streaming in the garage, you used to have to come out of the garage into the outside world, walk round back into the house and go to the toilet inside my house. And if it's pissing with rain like it is right now, you would just get wet. In the winter, you'd be fucking freezing. It's a small problem. It's obviously it's first world problems and all that, but still, having a toilet, it makes a big difference. Joe has recently, I don't know why this has started, right? This bloke was quite clearly born in a fucking barn, right? Because first things first, I swear if the studio doors weren't on fucking those like spring-loaded arms, he wouldn't shut them. He doesn't shut anything. He doesn't shut a thing, right? So he goes into the toilet, he goes into the bathroom, and even if he's just going to stand there and have a little pee in the bathroom, right? If you walk in there afterwards, the kitchen light's off, but the bathroom light's on and the door's wide open, right? Now, I'm like, why's the light on? You're not in there anymore. Why is the light on? It doesn't need to be on. So I have to keep saying to him, turn the fucking light off. Turn the fucking light off. You don't pay the electricity bill. I pay the electricity bill. It's fucking expensive nowadays. Turn the fucking light off, right? But what he's also started doing recently is when he's not going in for a little wee-wee, he's going for other reasons, and he has been quote unquote, playing with his diet, right? Because he thinks there's something in his diet that's upsetting his stomach, right? Monster, dickhead! He thinks there's something in his diet that's upsetting his stomach, so he's been playing with his diet, and he's been changing, like, dairy levels and stuff like that. Funny old thing, hasn't made a difference, because he's still fucking drinking Monster. Anyway.
Right.
So now he's been using, so he goes and uses the bathroom, and he goes and shuts the door behind him, and he sits down and does what he needs to do, and I'm not going to be too crass about it.
Babe, we all shit. It's fine.
What he does then is he uses the bathroom, he finishes what he needs to do, he gets himself dressed again, he opens the door, he walks out, leaves the light on, leaves the door wide open.
Oh no!
Right? And doesn't even turn on the fucking extractor fan.
Oh no, Joe.
Which is a manual switch, right? At which point, he'll come back into the room and he'll carry on doing what he's doing. 10 minutes later, I'm like, we've got a stream soon. I'll go put the kettle on to make us a cuppa. So when we go live, he's got a tea and I've got a green tea, right? Yeah. And I walk into the kitchen, and as soon as I walk around that corner, I can literally taste it. I feel like when I walk into the kitchen, my fucking eyebrows are going to fall off.
Well, I'm producing...
I'm like, turn the fan on and shut the fucking door. It's not hard. It's not hard.
I'm producing, not this Tuesday, but next. So maybe I'll walk around with a sandwich board and a bell that's like, Joseph!
Cattle products, it's the only, you know. Motion sensor lights in the bathroom. In my own house, if I use the bathroom for those reasons in my own house, when I have completed the thing that I need to do, I open the window, the extractor fan is already on, I shut the door, and I turn the light off. I don't feel like it's that difficult. He just leaves the door open. He used to do it. When he used to use the light, like he used to come in from a stream at like 11 o'clock at night, right? He'd then proceed to go upstairs to use the bathroom opposite my eldest's bedroom because Luce banned him from using the downstairs toilet. And it was actually because historically the extractor fan was broken. Yeah. And I didn't want the fucking paint to fall off the wall. So he'd go and use the bathroom opposite my eldest. He'd do what he needed to do. He'd come out that bathroom and leave the door wide open. I'm like, shut the fucking door! You'll kill my child! You will kill him! He'll wake up and he'll look like he's permanently surprised because his eyebrows are still stuck to the pillow.
Poor Joe.
And he's like, I don't know what's going on, I still stink. How's that kind of monster in your car? Anyway.
It could be lactose.
It's almost like it's almost definitely gluten.
Well,
it's almost definitely gluten because the one thing he hasn't really cut out yet is gluten, which he won't do because he likes pizza.
Well, the gluten-free stuff, there's so much more variety now than there ever was. When I was a carer 12 years ago, gluten stuff was on prescription and it was awful. Really? It was really awful, but now it's so much better.
Well, the gluten-free options that we used to get from Domino's were all right. They weren't quite as nice, but all right.
Grainy.
They're a bit grainy, yeah, but they were perfectly edible.
I tried to make gluten-free scones, and it's like the dough. Just has anyone done that science experiment with corn flour and water? That if you compact it, it turns into a solid, and then if you leave it, it goes back to a liquid. It was a little bit like that. The gluten flour dough for scones just kept moving between my fingers. I couldn't knead it. I know you need it to get the gluten to work, but it just wouldn't keep its shape.
I'm going to shock you now, Escape. I can take or leave pizza. I don't really care.
I love pizza.
I don't really care about pizza. Luce has started making complete homemade pizzas, and I enjoy those now. But other pizzas, like the ones you just buy from the supermarket, put in the oven, or the ones you get from Domino's or Pizza Hut or wherever, or pizza, I can leave it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Not really bothered by them anymore.
Pizza's great for like picky tea. I have one chicken breast, obviously one chicken breast between two is not really a dinner, stick it on a pizza. So I had some red pepper and chicken breast pizza.
Chat, we are 10 minutes off from what is supposed to be the end. We are 33 members away and 160 people 160 people watching. We're also £27 off of my super chat total. Can you guys help me end the week on a high? Can you? Can you do it? In the UK, it's Pizza Express or Pass. I could even take or leave that, to be honest with you, Esther. I'm not really bothered by it. I had a roommate that did that. Ended up installing a timer switch for the fan light. You turn them on, and they automatically turn off. Amazing. I don't want to have to fucking spend money though, dicking around with the light and the fucking... Oh, I just need them to learn to turn... what I'll do is I'll start... At some point in the near future, I'm just going to buy him a shock collar. And if I walk in there and the fucking light's on, shock. If the door's open, he gets a double shock.
What about a taser? Because he can take his own collar off.
He can't, he's not that clever.
You can taser him.
No. Dave B, thank you for the one gifted. That is one more there. 32 to go, chat. Sylvester of Terror. Terror? There you go. My AI Liam is happy. Is he? I'm sure he is. Telling me how pretty I am. You are very pretty, Carl. Pizza's great for getting the dirt out of the pores after work. Hey? I feel like I've missed something there. Mordy Hammer with 10? Mordy Hammer, didn't you already do 10? You've already done one there. And 5 there. Okay, there's Mordy Hammer with a 16 gifted. Fucking legend. Unless you can train him like a pet, the motion sense time will be the way to go. Yes, with a 5. Oh, they're going to help me finish on a high, Luce. It does work sometimes. Thank you so much for 5 more, Yeston, you beautiful human being. Luce is still writing down everything for a hat trick. We're on 83. 17 to go. It's a race to the end of the chat. 8 minutes left.
Oh, I need to do my facts, don't I?
Wouldn't AI Joe have a different expression if you tell it to look happy? No, it fucking wouldn't. It would look exactly the same, Jorfin. It wouldn't look any different whatsoever. What are those muscle toner things people strap to their stomachs? Get those for him. Have anyone ever used those? Do they work? Because I've always looked at those and been like, just to fucking cheat.
I used a really basic version years and years ago. Does anyone remember the Avon catalogue? Not many people get it now, but my mum ordered some and I tested them out. It is the weirdest. It feels, I put them on my abs. I already had abs, so I was like, this will be interesting because doing sit-ups and doing exercise, will it feel exactly the same? Because it's supposed to help you along that anyway. You do feel the weird deep ache, but I'd liken it more to like period cramps than actual exercise cramps. It's a really bizarre
Has
feeling.
anyone ever actually used them? I'm interested because I've always thought they're complete bullshit and they're a waste of money. But if people are like, no, they really work, I'd consider it. Bearded Man, how are you feeling post-final? For me, that red was red all day. It was a red all day. When we saw it live, I thought it was a slip. When I saw it on the big screen, I was like, maybe a bit harsh. When I watched it on the replay afterwards, I was like, 100% red card. He nearly took his fucking chin off. I'll be honest with you, as a day out, it was a fucking incredible day out. It was brilliant from start to finish. Twickenham knows how to put on a fucking show. Pissed all over the final that I went to at Wembley for Saints, for Southampton Football Club. Bath played incredibly considering they were at 40 men for 60 minutes. I wasn't disappointed with the result, but we could have won it with 40 men. It was a great day though, and I think actually probably Northampton deserved it overall over the course of the season.
for the shock collar fund.
Thank you so much, Average British Nerd. You're here. Neil Woodall, thank you for 5 gifted. We're on 88. 12 to go. 12 to go, chat. Just so you know, I would get a hotel for Mikey's event. That's why I don't want me there. I can't afford it right now.
I refuse to help you. All you'll do is thank me for the dono, and as we know, thanking people for donating to you spoils people's immersion in the game. Like feet and no top-down camera.
They also got upset about the explosions from Super Chat Stick Monkey. Apparently, according to a commenter earlier in the week, when a Super Chat goes off and it explodes to announce that she's about to start talking, and it explodes when it finishes, that's really fucking annoying and makes the show unwatchable.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm sorry that your on-demand view that probably gives me 0.02 cents in ad revenue is upsetting you, but the live people are the ones I really fucking care about. That hair's looking good. Mandy, fuck off.
I hear about that hair every Sunday.
Every time it's haircut day, every Sunday, I'm like, I just want to cut it all off. And I'm like, I can't, because the calendar says I have to keep it. Thank you, though, Mandy, but fuck off. Bring back the pring. Thanks, man. Anyway, far too close. Saints were shit on the day. Bath will come back strong next year. I mean, I thought it was a good final, though, Martin, especially for a neutral, right? For a neutral, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alan Mead. What a great name. Mead. I love Mead. Thank you for the 1 gifted. We've got 11 to go. 11. 11, chat. Night all. Early start tomorrow. I need to show a bearded knob how to pick up dumbbells and eat his food. I haven't bought the steak yet, Sam. I haven't bought the steak yet. I'll be buying the steak. Sam's a special kind of member, chat. If you are a committed enough member, he gets to come to my house personally for me to put a steak on the barbecue. Mandy says, Luce, do you think it looks good?
What, your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that face?
Because it's your hair.
Doesn't matter. What do you think it looks like?
I'm sorry. Were you this forthcoming with dress opinions?
Yes! Yes, I was!
No.
Yes!
When I asked you upstairs, which one do you prefer?
Red. I said red.
After I hypothetically twisted your arm about it.
Yeah, and you showed me a picture of one. I was like, don't. I said specifically, not that one. It looks like curtains.
The zip on that one made me really nervous.
Wow, Mandy. What a bitch.
She paused.
Oh my, I'm still waiting for the explosions to become Joe shouting bombardment.
Oh, that'd be good.
Bath without Russell looks like a different side. My only worry for them. Yeah, is Russell going though, or is he staying? All of the AI tools do that, and they are just cherry picking from the large language models to generate from the prompt. We are looking at it for developing content with our academics. So I tumbled down a bit of a dangerous rabbit hole where I worked out that you could get AI to generate the script. If you trained it to my voice, you could get AI to generate a script, record the script, generate the images, and then edit the short together and launch the short, because I fucking hate making shorts. So I was like, well, there's a way of putting shorts on the channel. And then I stopped. I was like, I'm not comfortable with this.
Really?
I'm not comfortable with AI flat replacing me. Yeah. If I can get to a point, where I can get AI to write a script based on the Warhammer universe, record that script in my voice, right? Generate images in that script, and then mash it all together in a 60-second short and launch it, or get it ready for launch into YouTube. I essentially make myself null and void at that point, right? So if you said red, Luce knows you're lying. Why? Red's my favourite colour. Oh, wait, because the dice... Fucking Mandy. Stop reminding people. Chat, we've got 11 to go. 11 members, £1.53. Just for a strong end to the month. Bath have nailed Russell down on a 3-year deal. That's what I thought. Luce, you know as well as my bloke, as well as any bloke does, that asking for an opinion on what you're wearing is a trap. It is a trap, absolutely. Tell us where the real Liam is. I'd rather AI than Eddie, though. Fair enough. AI is clever, makes people lazy. It does, Dan, 100%. Just use AI to do the codex review videos, and all you have to do is record yourself turning through the pages.
What's a good thing that AI can do that humans just can't? So whoever invented AI, what was the good intention?
Well, again, I mean, AI isn't really the true name for it, but it is the name we're using because it's not currently AI.
Okay.
It's machine learning. There's a difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning, strictly.
Okay.
Because machine learning just takes everything that we already know and then regurgitates it, essentially. Brian, thank you for 5 gifted, you fucking hero. Can the machine mimic the tone in your voice when you insult us, though? Mandy, I want to love you. I want to love you, Mandy, but all you do is give me reason to be abusive, right? You've been a long-time supporter. I dread to think how much you've gifted and super chatted. I want to love you. And then what you do is you go, what I'm actually doing, Liam, is I'm paying to say that you've got a face like a bag of smashed crabs. And I'm like, brilliant, thanks, Mandy. Thanks. And then what happens is I turn the stream off in about 5-10 minutes time and I just start crying. I just sit here crying and Luce has to come over and be like, there. Don't you? Every time she's here. Every time. Every time, Mandy. My point is when Russell's in the team, they look like a different side. 100% they do. He's a fucking absolute magician. A lot of this is copying from Bristol Bears fans. Sorry, get off the topic. It's fine. It's not. You're right. 100% you're right. And then we find out that Mandy gets turned on by Liam's abuse. That took a turn that I didn't expect. 480p is the best way to watch the stream. You fucking ban Mandy for a minute. I won't. We've got 6 to go, chat, and then you can have a loose fact.
Could AI
and one £2 super chat
do things like a policeman's paperwork that takes him off the streets and keeps him at a desk? Would you trust AI? Because if it is just putting things from a notebook that they have on them onto official documents, could AI do that? So the policeman could get back
I don't know.
to the bad guys?
You'd have to ask someone like Martin. He says, if it's any consolation, I got COVID off of the victory parade. Just got myself a great good t-shirt. ABN.
Ooh.
Let me have a look. Quick. You haven't checked yet.
I trust him.
He might be lying.
He won't be lying. He's
Checking
not
the
a liar.
merchandise store right now. See if they're telling me fucking porcupines.
Thanks, Iaston.
We do have a great good tea that's been ordered. Yes. Oh my fucking god.
See, I dinged him.
He has just got his dick out. He just became an SEA tier member. There's a reason why we call him Iaston the best in. Thank you so. What a fucking legend. Anyone, I tell you what, anyone who becomes an SEA tier member from now on gets a free t-shirt of their choice.
And a ding.
And a ding.
And a ding.
That's worth a ding in its own, right? Mandy, thank you for 5 gifted up to 100. Amazing. Anybody now who becomes an SEA tier member just gets to pick a free t-shirt. But I'm gonna what I am gonna do, you fuckers, because I know what you cunts are like. I'm going to limit that to once per year, right? Because what you'll do is you'll downgrade every year and just upgrade again. Down, up, down, up.
You know my thing about could AI do a policeman's paperwork to
Yeah.
from the desk? Adam's put RoboCop, The Office years.
AI can do all admin tasks, but we've decided to make it do creative instead, so the middle management knobs can stop having to deal with creatives. Amazing. AI have been very helpful for me as I sometimes struggle with doing code, so I use AI to help me understand why what I made doesn't work. I've heard that it's very useful for coding, actually, which could potentially be interesting for us in the future. Mandy, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You're an absolute fucking legend. Oh, you bunch of fucking arseholes. You get a personalised loose fact emailed to you direct.
Oh, Lord.
That's a great membership benefit. We should give that now to all Skull tier members.
No, because I actually have stuff to do. I can't be here facting everyone.
Facting everyone?
I trust you guys to find your own fact. I trust you with that task.
Do you want Luce to fact you?
No. Nobody wants that.
Amazing. Amazing. I love you people. You're incredible human beings. We have now hit both targets. Thank you. But we have done it. Big old Iaston flopping his knob out and becoming a SEA tier member. Or if you want a t-shirt, yes, and just give me a fucking nudge, mate, and you can have whichever one you want out of the ones on the merchandise store, on the web store, right, if you want one. If you don't want one, I don't know what else I can do for you at the moment. Levy, it doesn't work because you use tabs, not spaces. Pfft, amazing. At the moment, it is like the Wild West. It's lawless frontier. Yeah, it is 100% in App Store with limited or no guardrails in place. I run vinegar in my eyes to ease looking at Liam. Fuck you, Carl. Fuck me, Lucy.
Luce, it took the internet 16 hours to make Microsoft's chatbot racist. So would you want a bot to take care of police work?
That's fact, actually, yeah. That happened really fast. Yeah. There's some really dangerous things that they've seen.
Cheer up. While 4K streams are hard to watch, I've started rubbing Vaseline in my eyes to make it through the night. Angelic face.
Do you know how hard we have to work to put everything out in 4K? Even Titans, a channel that has literally 100,000 subs more than us, have stopped streaming in 4K, and we're still putting out 4K quality. And all you do is abuse me for it!
You just need a better face cream, babe.
Wow.
Just put a couple of cucumber slices on, you'll be fine. Or tea bags.
Oh, I'm getting abused by her as well.
If you just put a couple of tea bags on your face. I was already halfway through it when I realised what I said.
Live on air, Lucy just said she wants to teabag my face. This is the sort of thing she'll do for memberships now, chat, right? She'll fact you and teabag my face.
Yes, I will.
Talking of which, it is time. It's time for loose fact, right? Basically, loose fact means either it's true or false. If it's true, if you think it's a true fact, you need to type her name in the chat. Luce, Luce. I have to spell it out because I've seen some fucking murdering spellings of your name lately, right? If, however, you think it's bullshit, it's Loose. It's not a fact. It's nonsense. I'll be honest with you. You might as well start typing out the second one now because that's typically where it goes, right? So is it from the random book of facts that aren't really facts?
Yes.
If you were here for Wednesday's fact, I still debate this one, right? I still debate that a cockroach can hold its breath for 40 minutes, but can only survive underwater for 30 minutes.
It's a whole other type of holding your breath, though. I think it's true.
Time for probably a bollocks. Loose fact. Lucy's going to fact you right now.
The vanilla flavouring in some foods comes from a secretion made by beavers.
No, it doesn't.
Where is the secretion coming from?
No, it doesn't. Vanilla is a plant.
Vanilla is vanilla flavouring.
Comes from vanilla, which is a plant.
I'm Googling. Beaver. Vanilla juice.
Loop fact.
Does your vanilla ice cream have beaver goo in it? Oh, it's
Beaver goo?
It's from a beaver's anus. Oh wow. I might be non-vanilla now.
I don't care if you're saying it's true, chat. I don't want to believe it's true.
It's a yellowish exudate from the castor sacs of mature beavers. Beavers use castoreum in combination with urine to scent mark. Ooh.
That is why... I mean, I'm now very glad that at dinner today, I let the youngest eat the ice cream and I didn't have any dessert.
Opium, rat hair, beaver anal secretions, and more.
That's a website. That's a website. That's how you get people watching. That's fucking beaver. Hardly knew her. Way! I just had vanilla ice cream, says mid to mediocre.
But was it vanilla flavoured ice cream or vanilla ice cream?
That's not right, is it?
We might be able to save ourselves if we clarify vanilla pods.
Wait, so we had this.
Used...
We literally had this conversation. Right, we were literally talking about this as fucking Kyle hit the go live button last night. I was talking to Joe about it, and I was like, "Isn't food weird?" And he went, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Think about it, right? Which was the human? Which was the first human on the earth that watched a chicken shit out an egg out of his arse, and then went,
I'm gonna eat that.
all right, I'm gonna cook that." When did he do that? When did that ever happen? You know, who was the first human who went, I mean, we drink milk from our mums.
Yeah.
But maybe I could suck on a cow's udder.
Apparently, some Olympians their dairy is exclusively breast milk because of all the nutrients and stuff.
Who fucking decided to take cat poo and turn it into a coffee?
Yeah, see now that I no. I get curiosity of things like cooking an egg. I get the curiosity of that, but when you know poo is poo, why?
Who had to go on a counter? Exactly. This is the thing. That's what I'm getting at. And I reckon, when we were first roaming this earth, when we started, because we've almost always been carnivores, you know, who then should not make this beef a bit better? Because what happens with the rest of the animal kingdom, right? What happens when a fucking lion catches a buffalo, right? Mm-hmm. Fucking eats it. It doesn't go, gonna grill this first. That doesn't happen, right? so humans, right? The reason why we have a problem was our appendix. Right? As far as I understand this, there are significantly more clever people in chat than I am, right? So I might be talking shit right now, but as far as I understand it from what I've been told in the past, the appendix essentially was part of the digestive system for digesting raw meat.
And grass.
I think grass, yeah. And one of the reasons why it keeps fucking erupting at the moment is because we don't use it anymore because we don't eat raw meat. As far as I understand it. I don't know how true that is. Right? But so scientifically, supposedly, we didn't used to cook meat. So which person went, I'm gonna put this over fire? Because I feel like we've never really had any food advancements in the last 20 years. Like, no one's watched a sheep walk out in a field and take a shit and be like, I'm gonna smear that on toast. So you're laughing, but we watched a chicken shit an egg out and we ate that, and people have turned cat shit into coffee.
Yeah, but we also have all the science equipment to safely explore these new food advancements without making part of our tribe very, very, very ill.
I don't
think there are very.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop eating eggs. I have monumentally cut out junk food, and I'm very happy about this. Someone said that taurine in Monster is a bull's bile, supposedly. Don't know how true that is. I don't care. I don't drink Monster anymore. It's just another thing I can fucking terrorise Joe with if it is in fact true.
No, you shouldn't be bullying your loved ones about their food.
It
is up to them to put what they put in their body.
I shouldn't be bullying people about food. I should be bullying people about those kinds of energy drinks.
No, that turns you into a bit of a bad guy. You can't control people, babe.
I'm trying to control him. I'm trying to protect him because he's an idiot.
No, I know it comes from a place of love, but you can't bully people about what they put in their bodies. What you put in your body and on your body is entirely personal and up to the individual.
Daddy Deadpool says egg is technically a period.
Technically, I suppose. But then some mums eat the placenta in the afterbirth bit because I don't know how true this is. It's supposed to help milk production. I personally wouldn't, but I wouldn't shame another mum for doing it.
At least Monster tastes nice and is significantly better than Prime. Monster does taste nice, I'll give you that much. But it doesn't stop it being full of chemical shite. You should be putting rules in place for your employees. I contemplated banning energy drinks from site. But the problem is, when we open the gaming hall, and this is where I have a moral dilemma. Because when we open the gaming hall and we have the bar downstairs full of fridges where we'll be selling beers and etc., I guarantee we'll sell energy drinks. Because too many fucking wargamers drink them, so why wouldn't we sell them? So from a business perspective, right, the sensible choice.
You can't care about your customers.
Well, this is my moral dilemma. From a business perspective, it makes sense to sell energy drinks. What I want to do is ban energy drinks from site.
So then just.
And so when people come in, I can have a can of Monster. No, we don't sell it.
But then you're not bullying them. You're just saying, Aldi up the road sells something.
Of course, you're not bullying them at that point. But I don't want to sell energy drinks to people.
So then don't.
Yeah, but
you could argue about selling alcohol on the premises.
I might be overruled by my two business partners, which is if that happens. But you also.
I just because I do the food shop, I could really control what food you have access to in the house. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. I know you like certain foods, so I put them in the house, or I know you like me to make certain foods, so I do, because I love you and I really don't mind. I wouldn't be berating you day in, day out if you kept doing a certain thing that I disagreed with, because you are an adult and you are in charge of your own choices.
I don't berate people day in, day out.
I know it comes from a place of love, but Joe's in the fitness thread. It's such an undertaking to take back control of your body that maybe he needs the monster, because all the other angles are a bit difficult right now.
Monster, don't sell coffee. That's much worse than drink the monster. Escapade, I love you very dearly, but I'm afraid it's not. A monster contains the same amount of caffeine as 2.5 coffees. It's not worse. Monster is much, much worse. Monster is also absolutely ramsacked full of chemicals, including certain chemicals that in certain scientific studies that have been carried out in places like France are actually a cause of an increased risk of cancer.
So is bacon. So is...
Don't you badmouth bacon!
And wouldn't dream of it. But so much of our food is tampered with. If we're going to run a study on Monster, I agree Monster is bad for you. And people I love who drink it, I do get a bit sad. But if you really wanted to put a lot of our food under the microscope, a lot of it is been
loads
tampered.
of it. I have a problem with loads of it.
I don't know. I just think poor Joe. There's.
Oh, James, 100%, mate. To be fair, he said I've lost over £100. Not money, by the way. Weight. And I agree with Luce. Nothing worked aside from me deciding I needed to change. This is what I say to everybody. I've had a few people. So over the course of the last month or so, you've probably seen me boring you all with things like fitness updates in the Thanes and on Instagram, right? And I've absolutely been boring people. I'm sure there's a couple of them like, I'm following a fucking 40k person. I don't care about you being in the gym, but I'm really proud of what I'm doing. Now, there are a few people since I've been doing this who have reached out and have said, what do you do about this? How does this work? What do you do for the, like, how do I lose weight? How do I do that? And I'm like, firstly, I'm not a PT. Yeah. So I can tell you what I'm doing, but it's working for me doesn't mean it will work. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to exercise and diet and fitness. It just doesn't exist. There are some kind of underlying principles that typically apply to everybody, but even then, there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach, right? So there's that to start with. But what I say, James, to absolutely everybody is, and this is what I've said to Joe recently and what I've said to other people, the first most important step is that you have to want to do it, and more importantly than you having to want to do it, right? So you've said in your comment, where is it? Aside from me deciding I needed to change. So here's the other thing. Not only do you have to want to do it, I'm going to add a second part to what you've said there. Not only do you have to want to do it, but in my personal opinion, you have to do it for yourself and not for anybody else. Not for anybody else. I'm not going to the gym and trying to eat better. I've not cut sugar out my diet, etc., etc., because I want to look better for Luce. I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. I've not done it for you. Mm-hmm. Because you've always said, dare I say this out loud on stream for fear of being completely fucking lambasted for the next 10 minutes, but you've always said, I think you're beautiful, you're fine as you are, I'm perfectly happy. Yeah. Right? Okay. Thank God she said yes.
So I do think you're beautiful.
So I'm not doing it for you because you've said you don't need to do it for me, which is also incredibly supportive, and I'm very grateful for that. But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it 100% because I want to do it for me, and I want to change how I look and how I feel. Yeah. And I think for anybody out there, if you do it for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, a husband or a wife, there is a small caveat I'll add in a minute. If you do it for because other people have called you fat or because other people have said you should lose weight, you're probably going to fail because you're going, well, I don't really want to do it, but they're saying I should do it. And so that internal motivation doesn't really exist, right? Mm-hmm. If you go, I'm doing it because I want to do it. It's for me. I'm doing it for me. I want to feel better. I want to look better, whatever it might be. I feel like you have a significantly higher chance of succeeding, bearing in mind, in fact, that as adults, it's incredibly difficult for us to set habits anyway, and so there's already a chance that you may fail, and it might not be your fault entirely, because we do struggle to set habits, and the world, as busy and crazy as it is, often doesn't leave us the time to do our own personal physical fitness, or concentrate on a diet, or make healthy choices, which means it takes 20 minutes longer to make a meal, because it's actually much easier just to pick up shit from the supermarket and eat that instead. Right? There's only one caveat for that. I think there's only one occasion where I think I can honestly say that you can do it for someone else and it can work. And I think that typically involves your children. If you're like, I need to get fitter because I need to be there for my children, I feel like that's the one occasion where when you're not doing it for yourself, it could work. Because I feel like that motivation, doing it for your kids, is a huge motivation.
I think where if I had... Is it an addiction to monster things?
Dan says, I do stuff for myself and I still don't have a boyfriend. Didn't work.
I think if I had a vice like monster, I think I'd have to get to a point of reframing the thought of, I need this monster to get through the day, to how is this nourishment going to serve me?
Yeah.
And then I think when you reframe it, it just naturally starts the human condition of curiosity of, well, how is it gonna serve me? Because I'm definitely energized, but why am I that energized? And also, just to add earlier, the fact that Joe doesn't go hammer and toe at you, he is listening, and that's a wonderful friendship thing, that somebody day in, day out will comment on the same thing you're doing, but he doesn't argue with you, he listens.
I don't day in, day out comment on him to start with, but also I said to him very recently that he if he just came off it completely immediately dead, he will fail, because we all would. I would. Yeah. So I said to him, you don't stop it. He has reduced it. I'm like, that's a positive step.
Yeah.
And I said to him categorically, well done, that's a positive step.
Just like we were saying with the boys, it's the easier choice to bully someone. It's the harder choice to support them through the change.
Yeah.
Instead of being the bad guy, be the good guy. The harder choice, the longer road, be the good guy.
Yeah. As it says, coffee only causes issues. It does cause issues. I've actually been completely, well, in terms of coffee at least, I've been caffeine free for a week and a half now, 2 weeks I think, since I started. I drank my last cup of coffee actually, which
I'm downgrading my coffee.
Luce is weaning. Aren't you? You're weaning.
I tried going cold turkey. Oh wow. That is, I can't do the cold turkey thing. I can't. So now I've gone from proper like ground coffee that you put in a press to Nescafe. Yeah. Which is a real
escapade. I have to disagree with you when you say Monster isn't addictive though. Monster contains caffeine, and if it's not sugar free, it contains sugar, two of the most addictive substances on the planet. Monster absolutely is addiction. It might not be specifically to Monster, it's to a component part of Monster, but one of the biggest addictions to Monster is based on caffeine, and Monster isn't Monster if it doesn't have caffeine. So you absolutely can be addicted to Monster. It just how happens that you're addicted to a component part of that, which is caffeine, which is one of the most addictive substances on the planet. As is sugar, as we spoke about recently. If sugar was discovered as a substance now, it would probably be classified as a class A or B drug here in the UK, because it's an addictive thing.
So my hope is that when Nescafe, I become used to that taste to then go.
How do you get used to the taste of Nescafe?
I guess because it just becomes the only option.
The thing
in the
you're
cupboard.
used to, I guess. Yeah. I'm a person who, interestingly, when I said to Joe, you should wean yourself off of it. I'm a person who typically works going cold turkey. So one day, one day I decided to switch from sugar to honey, and then I just did it, and I haven't had sugar since. I
really think that Joe, he will come off the Monster. I think it is such a huge undertaking to take back control of your body, especially when you've got things like kids and a job and you travel, and the world is stacked against you from the top, because kids will wonderfully throw out.
But also, you again, there isn't a perfect approach.
No, there isn't.
I've come off of coffee and sugar because that's working for me. It doesn't mean that I'm saying everyone should come off of coffee and sugar. because I'm sure I've got vices. Cheese is a vice of mine, right? I fucking love cheese. I fucking love cheese. I don't even mean like the tabletop gaming variety. I mean like actual cheese. I fucking love cheese. I'm mad for cheese. And when I started going on my fitness journey and starting to eat better, one of the things I said to Luce was, I don't want to stop eating cheese. I fucking love cheese, right? So I've gone, well, I've cut out sugar, I've cut out caffeine, I've cut out sugary snacks, I've cut out sugary drinks, I've cut out unhealthy snacks like chips and stuff. So the one thing I've let myself keep is cheese, right? So I feel like if your one thing is coffee, or your one thing is Monster, okay, I still think Monster's worse because it's full of chemicals, but you know, if you've cut other things out and you're making positive change, equally, like depending on your age, the fittest I've ever been was 2009 probably, when I came back from my first Afghan tour. It's probably the fittest I've ever been.
Yes, I remember that 6-pack.
Yeah, the fittest I've ever been 2009. Okay, so we're talking what, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago, so 15 plus 7, so 22, 23.
I was going to say, you were also quite young and
so exactly,
metabolic
this is my
rate.
point. This is my point. So 22, 23 is probably the fittest I've ever been, okay? I was chiseled, I was in shape, I was fucking lifting big weights, I was heavy, I was healthy, I could run for ages. Fittest I've ever been. You know what I was doing? Eating shit and drinking like a fish. Because I was 23.
Yeah, but also, like, the social demand on you is different.
No. Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
It does matter. As a stay-at-home mum, I just do not have the brain capacity or the intuition to do yoga. I just can't.
No.
I'm so rinsed out. So when people go, just do 20 minutes, like, I could probably cry at you before doing yoga because I just do not have the brain power. And it is definitely another demand on me I don't even want to do the yoga at that point. So all I'm going to do is pull a muscle.
SKP, I love you very dearly, as you've been on so many streams. You say my life experiences dictate that coffee is addictive, Monster is not. Science disagrees with you. I love you very dearly. The science proves you wrong. Monster is addictive. You said about the 6-pack. You said about that lovely 6-pack, and Mad Larkin goes, Luce misses it. Can hear it in her voice. I don't have a 6-pack anymore, chat. I have a keg.
I would love to find a study online that's got smaller words in than the scientists use that talk about the link between what sort of emotional capacity you need to successfully complete the exercise. What is that link?
Yeah, but like I say, this is what I'm saying. When I was talking about being at 23 and looking like that, I didn't cut out sugar, I didn't cut out caffeine, I didn't cut out alcohol. I didn't cut out any of those things, and I looked like that and felt like that. So when I'm saying to people now at 37, I've cut out sugar and I've cut out caffeine, it's a very specific thing to me at my current stage of life. There are people that are 37 who still have metabolic rates that are through the fucking ceiling, who can continue to eat whatever they want and be fit as hell. That's true. This is what I'm saying. My approach to my diet, to what I'm eating, to what I'm putting in my body, to what I'm doing fitness-wise is unique to me. And I'm working with a personal trainer, and we're tweaking and testing and adjusting to find the thing that works for me to help me lose a bit of weight, tone up and muscle up. What I'm saying is, when I'm saying to people, I'm sugar-free and I'm caffeine-free, I'm not saying to you 140 people still watching that every single one of you in chat should go sugar and caffeine-free. That's nonsense, because there is no fitness and health and diet and exercise is not a one-size-fits-all thing. It just isn't. It just isn't. Like, that's not how it works. You know, that's absolute nonsense. You need to take into consideration your metabolic rate, your height, your weight, your current build. There's so many things you take into consideration.
I'd also love to see how you metabolize the influence of the world on you. So, okay, so do people with autism and ADHD, do they struggle more with exercise than neurotypical? Because the metabolizing of the world and getting your cortisol levels down so that you then have the capacity and the appetite to do something demanding like exercise.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting...
I think it would be
Is there a study for that? Because
my ADHD has definitely contributed to the past in my failure to launch on a number of occasions to try and get fit and healthy.
It's definitely a failure because you want to.
Oh yeah. But
it's the failure to launch.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was in the military, you have no choice.
Yeah.
You do PT 3 times a week. You have fitness tests. You have annual fitness tests, etc. You kind of have to be at least in a form of shape, at points. When I left the military and I went and worked at Eastleigh on the trains and on the underground, the physical demanding nature of those jobs meant that without even knowing it, you're burning calories all day because they're physically demanding jobs. Then when I moved into an office job, it was the first time since I left the army where I put on a little bit of weight. And I didn't balloon necessarily, but I put on a bit of weight. It's just because I stopped being quite so active. And after that, that's when I took out, I think it was at Siemens actually, in Northern, when I took out my gym membership. I took out my gym membership because I was like, I'm sat behind a desk now. I'm not doing the physicality day to day that I was doing before. I'm sat behind a desk now. So if I'm sat behind a desk, I need that outlet to be somewhere else. So I started doing things like 5-a-side football, as you'll remember.
Yeah.
I even tried to join the local rugby team again and found out that my knees said no. You're past this now.
Did your knees go, Leon, we're currently mid-30s.
If you remember, I trained for about 4 weeks before my fucking left knee collapsed on me again and went, you can't do this, mate. You've not... Because I joined the local rugby team called Southampton and I started scrumming and fucking rocking them all in and they're all fit, healthy young blokes. And I was like...
Oh, God.
So my knee absolutely gave up. And so I got my gym membership and I on a number of occasions... I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get fit and I'm going to drop weight and I'm going to stop eating sugar and stuff like that. Now, my approach has always been a cold turkey approach, right? It's always been the way it works for me. Gradual doesn't work for me because it's too easy just to ignore the gradual and go back up and then it becomes not gradual at all. And so that's what I've done. And then I go to the gym. The problem I have is my ADHD means I have the patience of a fucking 2-year-old. I have no patience. So in a week and a half time, when I stand on the scales and my weight hasn't moved and I don't look any different, I'm like, yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, I'm going to stop.
And anyone in the world will tell you it doesn't work in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Well, it's not working. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I stopped doing it. And then I don't know why this time round, there was a time 2 years ago in the summer where I kept it going for about 10 weeks and I felt really fucking good. And unfortunately, I injured my arm doing weights in the gym. And I took 2 weeks off because my arm was injured. And 2 weeks became 3 weeks, became 4 weeks, became 5 weeks, and I didn't want to go back in. So I stopped going back. And then I failed to launch 2 or 3 more times since then because I don't get my instant results. And I don't know why, but something in my brain this time has gone, stick at it. But I can't pinpoint what that is. If I could bottle that and sell it, I'd probably be rich.
Do you know what I think that is? I think that's your brain catching up with you. That
Possibly.
Because you had your army career where you kind of had to be told what haircut you were allowed. You weren't really allowed to grow a beard. Plus social opinions about tattoos and motorbikes and Warhammer. And now you're in a safe part where you can realise these little dreams and pick up all these milestones that you weren't allowed to pick up in your previous years. I wonder if now your brain's caught up with you and now you've gone, oh, I can do these things and no one cares and it's okay. So I'm going to do these things.
Yeah, maybe. It's possible. Ultimately, I don't care because I'm doing it. But if I fall off the cart again, I'd like to know why. In a world where maybe I can recognise what it was and go, it's my brain catching up. I actually just have to wait for it to catch up, and I can be a bit more kind of at peace with it. Or is there a way I can kind of force that catch up? Or kind of nudge it along.
You can't, because then you start your cortisol levels creeping up because you're trying to force a thing to happen.
Resident Rumdrigger says, I'm pretty sure it's your sheer despising of Cass that's fueling it. The idea of seeing Cass come into a live chat one night and drop 50 gifted memberships because I've done 50 gym sessions currently is absolutely fueling me. The problem is, Cass is like the annoying Scottish Border Terrier. So if I do 50 and he drops 50 gifted memberships, within fucking 30 seconds of him doing that, he'll be like, 50 out of 100, Liam. Which I'm kind of okay with because it seems to be working for me right now as motivation. Anyway, I've just seen the time. I'm quite passionate about this right now, as you probably can tell. So the second we start talking about it, I lose half an hour, as we have. And Luce and I do want to go to bed because I'm fucking exhausted. I'm sure you're pretty tired too.
Oh, I've got more dress hunting to do, so I need to be up early.
Well, tomorrow?
No, I'm going to sleep tomorrow.
Yeah, because Sam, we're going to the gym tomorrow, so you'd have to take the kids dress hunting, and I think they'd kill you.
Oh, I'm not going into town on a Saturday.
No, I think they'd
That's
kill you.
not
I think the kids would kill you.
Yeah.
I think you'd get like a real life stew in your hand.
Scheme.
Yeah. So we're going to say goodnight. We did hit both of our targets. I thought talking for an extra hour, maybe we'd get some more gifted, but you know what? Fine. It's fine. You've done all right this week, chat. I'll let you off. You have, in fact, been amazing. You've been amazing all week, so thank you so much. You people are incredible. Obviously, the weekend, there are no streams. There are no streams at all for the weekend because there's two reasons. One, it's the weekend and we don't stream. But secondly, tomorrow I've got Sam here as we continue this physical journey. We're building my next program and trying to work out what's going to work for me. And then on Sunday, in the UK at least, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in the UK at least, it's Father's Day. So I'm going to take a proper day off on Sunday and have an actual Father's Day, which will be quite nice. I might go out on the bike for an hour just because I can. My dad's coming around for a Chinese, which is full of terrible shit and I shouldn't eat it. I haven't had one for about fucking 2 months now. And Luce will tell you, we used to basically have one once a week. So I feel like I'm not going to eat as much. I'll probably still enjoy it, but it's a little treat because it's Father's Day. It's a special occasion. We will be back on Monday, however, at 7:30 with Great Hall Hobby Hangout at 7:30 in the evening on Monday. And I'm strongly considering building or painting some sisters because I'm really into that right now. Okay, same in the US. Okay, cool. Okay, well, happy Father's Day to all of you people in chat who are dads. Happy Father's Day for Sunday. Monday we're back with Great Hall Hobby Hangout. Tuesday we've got the Liam and Joe AOS show. Tuesday evening we've got another live game. It's Brom and I playing, and you don't want to miss Tuesday because Joe is on the deck.
Oh, no way.
For the first time since launch weekend, I think. Joe is on the deck.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Lol. It's going to be fucking hilarious. So Joe's on the deck on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got another 40k show. Thursday, another Liam and Joe show. Another live game of 40k. It's me versus Joe. Don't want to miss Thursday either. Lots of stuff coming on Thursday. Call it influence, it intuition. Lots of stuff coming on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll be back with another one of these. Next week is another 7-stream week. All the content, all the time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this fine Friday evening. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Anything you'd like to add for our beautiful chat before we go?
Nope.
Just the best in the world?
In the world.
The best in the world.
Very Jeremy Clarkson.
I know, yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
That's very Jeremy Clarkson.
I felt quite proud of that one. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.